Alright, I got this spinner here that has like two arms. This two-arm spinner, and it's made by Spin Master, Krazy spinner, whatever. There's a box of it. If you want to care to read further, read that. So it's kind of heavy. It's metal, and it's smooth, and probably steel inside. It's got extra weights on it, 4 weights. And it's small. It's a little smaller than your typical spinner. Yeah. The arms are a little smaller. If you spin it together, you'll see it's a little bit smaller. You see, a little smaller. So if you have children, it may work better because they'll be able to hold it in. But it's also made of metal, so it may hurt them a little more. So if your hands are a little bit smaller, you may have a better time with this guy. And let me check out the caps. And there's the caps. Okay, the bearings. Here are the bearings. It's the smaller bearings. This one's with the smaller bearings. Okay, it's got little balls inside, little ball bearings. And it seems like it's a little bit rusty. I don't know if it's probably the caps here are rusty, and it's really loud. This guy here is really loud. The spinner here, it's very rusty and loud. It sounds rusty and loud. So assemble those caps. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's a little bit on the loud side. And there's 2 holes here. If you're a little creative, you could put like a little keychain. You could probably clip on your keychain, like a little clip here. Just clip it there, and then when you use it, just unclip it. I spun it a few times already. I got this recently, and I got like 3.5 minutes. The best I got so far is 3.5 minutes. Okay, I got 3.5 minutes. My first spin was 3.5 minutes, and then 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I spun it with not that much effort, and let's just see how it spins. And got other ones here too. Even a tiny one that's only an inch, 1-inch spinner. And this guy that I really like that spins for a very long time. And this one that's a gear spinner. And you can spin the gears, or you can spin the whole thing. And I got this ring spinner here too. Well, that's the one I'm reviewing here in case it gets a little lost in the crowd here. There's just a 2-arm spinner. But yeah, here's a ring spinner. And here's a rubber ring. This doesn't spin. This guy I got at a shopping mall for $10, and so is this one. This one glows in the dark, and I had to repair this one because the caps keep falling off. I put the ABS 3D print filament in there to repair it with a 3D printing pen. You got the wheel spinner, got this guy here. So this little guy here, this 1-inch spinner, spun for pretty long, didn't it? So the longest lasting ones, it's just this metal one here, this wheel here, and this guy here, which I spun first. The 2-arm spinner that I spun first, and it's still spinning. Alright, let's try this again. And again, it's these three that are still spinning. These three guys still spinning. This guy stopped first, this red one, and then this guy stopped also after like 2 or 3 minutes, about 2 minutes. This one spins like 2 or 3 minutes, and so this one finally stopped. And how long was that? This one's slowing down, and again, I didn't spin it with too much effort. It's just just a little bit of effort spinning these guys. Otherwise, it would be longer. So this is not the longest that it'll spin. So this one looks like it's about to stop. This guy is still spinning. This guy's made of brass. On the outside, it looks like it's some kind of coppery color. It's called rose gold, but it's obviously not gold. It's rose gold color, but it's heavy, so it keeps spinning. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, this guy here, the one just got, the newest one is this guy here. I got it at, actually I got it in a store. It's just spray painted, smooth colors. Feels very smooth. The spin, if you don't move, it's okay. Once you move, it gets a little rough. It's a little rough if you move it, but if you don't move it around, it vibrates a little bit. But it's very smooth. It vibrates just a little bit, so it's not perfectly smooth. But it's smooth. It's not perfectly aligned, is what I should say. It shakes a little bit, but it spins for a very long time. Give another final spin here. And the champion still is spinning. This guy looks like the champ here. I haven't re-spun that one. I only spun it once. And it's still spinning. So far these three guys spin the longest. This guy I got at a shopping mall. First one that they picked out, it was vibrating. It didn't spin too long, so I gave it back and I got another one, and it's pretty good. So quality control is an issue there. You gotta, if you could buy it at a store, you could try it out and see if you get a good one. If you get one on Amazon, a lot of people get it on Amazon, and there's quality control issues. They gotta keep returning it. That's why you see these reviews saying, some of them are great, some of them are terrible. Just depends on your luck. And so like this gear spinner here, the guy who created that, the first guy who created that, charges like $100 for it. So you're wondering why it costs like $20, or now it's like $10 or even less. You get it for like $6 because those are like knockoffs, clones. This one's probably a knockoff, but I paid like $25 for it. So it's one of the better knockoffs, because you still feel there's a bit of quality to it. Even though it's a knockoff, it still has some bit of quality to it. So if you get a good knockoff, you know, so if you're lucky you get a good knockoff, otherwise you get a bad knockoff. So yeah, these three guys are still spinning. This one I got for like $7. Even though they're cheap, it's still pretty good. It's doing pretty good. It's a nice little spinner for that price. I mean, spinners are still kind of hot these days. Hasn't died down yet. It's 15 minutes or not up yet. Alright. So yeah, after several spins, you know, the three, this guy only spun once still. I haven't re-spun it. But you can get an idea of what's good and what's not. So what you want to look for is weight. You know, you want a heavy spinner. You want the arms to be heavy, and you want it to be compact. So look for like brass or steel, which is just heavy and doesn't take up much space. And also you want it to be more disc-like, so that it doesn't have to waste time, you know, pushing out wind. Because even the just common one here, you know, the edges are round, so you know, it kind of slides through the air pretty smoothly. It doesn't. There's not much wind resistance. You put your arm here, you don't feel any wind. This one, even though it's made of metal, because it's all flat here, you know, it's just wide and flat. It's just pushing out wind. It's just wasting its energy fighting the wind. Even though it is heavy, but it's aluminum, but it's metal. So this one here, it's small and it's heavy, and it's kind of rounded off on the edges here. So because of that, it'll continue to spin longer, and it's got smaller bearings. That's another thing. If you got the bigger bearings, you know, you're also fighting resistance. This one's got a spin tire or nothing. It's a ring spinner. Those of you who are curious, it's a ring spinner. And one of the side links that I just clicked on, and I got one of these rings that does nothing. So alright, thanks for watching. These are my spinners. I got one spinner that broke. I had another $5 spinner that just broke. It fell on the floor and just cracked a plastic one. Otherwise, this is my current collection of spinners. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good day.